All right, let's give this just a second. Give it a minute. Let everybody propagate, everybody anticipate, or, whatever. Okay, you could see me. Kaido Kid Shadow can see me. I'm making sure this is good. I'm still not used to. Never on this computer before have I simulcasted, to Twitch and to YouTube or whatever. But it seems like it's working. Okay. Normally, too, I would have like a nicer camera, but I'm not doing that tonight. This is an off the cuff. We're not going to stream for a long time tonight. This is going to be off the cuff. Get in, get out, stream in, stream out. Stream in, stream out, stream in. Isn't that Blur? No, not Blur. The whatever, doesn't matter. Another B word. Okay, Guniv, thanks for your sub. Tim Dog, thanks for your... Oh, no, Tim Dog. We lost Tim Dog! We've lost Tim Dog! Have I watched Twitch on Vision Pro? Yes, I was watching the PPS last night. I was trying it out. I should get that. Why did I not have it ready? I was supposed to grab it before I hit live, and I didn't do it. Okay, we're just waiting for everybody to come in before we start the main event. I'm letting everybody kind of propagate. Vision Pro's ready to go. We may get virtual later in the stream, but I also want to hear from people if they're tired of me talking about it. Why does my shirt say lube? My shirt says lube. Like, are you? I think Brian might be having a stroke. Oh, my shirt. Well, that's not a shirt. Say jacket next time. It says lube because it says lube your asshole right up on the side. Down the... No, it's I got this jacket at Carsland. They put out all kinds of new merch that just look like the opening to Enter the Void, so I got it all. Okay. I still haven't played Infinite Wealth. I'm dying here. Anyway, Ryan, hopefully that answers your question. Sorry for the rude response. Offline Rocker, thanks for your sub. Metal Gear Ryan, thanks for your sub. Okay. Apple isn't selling Vision Pro in Canada. I'm sorry. I'm as tired of you talking about it as Sean talking about his kids. Wait, so is that a lot? Okay, I have to say, no, I haven't played the FF7 demo. I'm ready to play the new FF7. I don't need a demo. I don't want to get involved. I don't have time. Just tell me when the game is out and I'm playing the game. That's it. Am I enjoying the Vision Pro? Hell yes. I've been wrapping up Blu-ray shit here. Getting the Master Collection out and stuff, but also maybe a future title that I can't talk about. Alistair FT, thanks for your sub. And oh my god, I'm doing that, processing this, converting this while I'm watching I'm not even doing that on my Vision Pro, I'm doing it on my PC. But then I'm doing that, I'm looking through it, and I'm watching Mad Men like a fucking IMAX screen over there. Don Draper is as big as fucking Ray from End of Evangelion right over there on that side. And and I've got, fucking Twitter behind me so I can is there a bad tweet? I have to do a backflip and see it. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of amazing. I worked in it for 5 hours the other night. They keep saying, oh, yeah, it's hard to have it for more than 30 minutes. Oh, it's too heavy to... I can't speak to anybody else, but I had it on all night. I was doing emails. I had to fill out... I had to fill out a bunch of boring shit, tax shit, things like that. Things, just nothing exciting, but I had to do a ton of it. And so I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm in Yosemite now. I would say the only thing that I am dying for them to fix, like in an update or something, is I use one of these with it. This is a Magic Keyboard. You know that Apple, they all kind of look like this. And it can see it. It locks a bar to the top of it full of suggested words and things like that. So it locks virtual things layered on top of the keyboard. It's really cool. It's extremely cool. But when I turn up my environment, I can't see the keyboard anymore. I can see my hands, but I'm like, where's the keyboard? So I have to like turn down the environmental shit a little bit to see the keyboard. Apple knows what their keyboards look like. They should have the thing look for that keyboard and show that. Does that make sense? If they can track it, they already know what it looks like. If they can track my hands, they're scanning that. Scan for the keyboard. Like, I understand it might not work for like a Razer keyboard or something like that, or Logitech, but they should have it know. They should have you be able to see an Apple Magic Keyboard and go, boop, okay, there it is. Because I want to turn the environment all the way up and type while I'm in, Timbuktu or whatever, or not Machu Picchu, whatever. I tried it. I was let down because of the quality of the pass through, and it looks like I'm looking down toilet paper rolls. The quality of the pass through, if you're talking about camera quality, yeah, I mean, people kept making it out to be like, oh, it's like looking through a piece of glass. It actually, I think, does look perfect when you're looking like right here, like looking right at yourself. But the further you go away, yeah, it looks like an iPhone camera. I agree. I thought that was a little overrated in the reviews, but if it looks like looking through paper towel rolls to, or like that's too much, you may want to investigate a different cup size. That sounds weird. They have different light seals for it, and people are trying different sizes and going, oh my god, it's so much better with this one. Like, I was given the wrong one. I ordered a second one, totally different size, that I heard people were having good luck with if the one that I have didn't, work. So I'm gonna try those, swap them out, and see what's up. Is this the best first gen Apple product you've ever used? It's got the most fun shit to do, I guess, but I don't know. That first iPhone was like undeniable. Like, that's incredible you could do that. Everyone made fun of it, just like the Vision Pro. Everywhere I took it, got any new messages on your iPhone? Everyone made fun of it, but when you used it, it was like, oh, I need it. I need one. I see people doing that with Vision Pro, like they put it on, like they try mine and go, oh fuck, I want mine. But it isn't in the same way. It's like, I want it because this is so much fun, as opposed to like, oh no, my life will be better if I have this. I don't know if people are thinking that when they try it on. Do you know what I mean? I thought the first iPad was pretty stupid. But then iPad 2 was immediately like, oh, it's got the processor of a fucking laptop. Oh, the covers are in different colors and they're magnetically clip on, whatever. And all this stuff started to show up that the phone couldn't do. And you could get, that was where it woke up. Like, that was where, the first one was just, big phone, great. But the second one, it came alive. And I felt really bad because they dropped support for that first one, like, instantly. iPad 2 was a game changer for sure. I had no interest in iPad, and then I didn't get the first one, and then when that second one came out, it was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. The first Apple Watch, it was neat having, look all the shit I can do on my watch. That, getting notifications on your wristwatch, that was really neat. But there was a lot of what's the point energy. And there's a little bit of that to Vision Pro. I think the launch is actually closest to that, where there's cool shit, but what are we going to be doing with this in the long run? Right now, we're still in the honeymoon phase where it's like, I'm watching Mad Men while I fucking punch a tweet, first gen Apple product has to be HomePod. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree because I think the HomePod was exactly what they said it was going to be. Their focus was sound quality. That thing sounded that's still, I have one right here. I'm trying to think if I can. Hey Siri, play "Lose Yourself to Dance."
Now playing
Lose Yourself to Dance. It sounds perfect. It sounds so good. Listen, the bass is coming in. Listen to that. Hey Siri, stop. Don't play that. Okay. And that thing's not even close to me. But anyway, I think for what I was looking for, which was the best sounding speaker that is tied into Apple Music, I loved HomePod. But it was definitely bad in the sense of like, oh, smart speaker? It wasn't smart. Google, theirs is smart. Amazon's, they would learn shit about you, but Apple is so, privacy, we're all about privacy. Okay, cool, you don't know shit about me. What the fuck do I want? Well, like it couldn't do things for you in the way that those other ones could, but the sound quality was so good. Price sucked. So yeah, maybe that was the worst Gen 1 technically, but I personally thought it was worth it. I know the price sucked, but I felt like for a few $100 to have like the best perfect sound coming out of one speaker, it was really cool. I think it would have been like 200 was kind of the sweet spot. And I actually waited. I got one for my office when they were being cleared out or something like that. And I think I just remember, I think I paid like $199. That was perfect. That was like the right price I thought for it. But yeah, I don't know. I would say the watch. I feel like the Gen 1, I think that's the worst first gen. No, honestly, I really think, I take it back. iPad 1. iPad 1 was the worst. That was nothing that your phone couldn't do. It was iPad 2 that elevated it, but iPad 1 was couldn't do much, and then as soon as iPad 2 came out, they fucking disowned that first one. So that's mine. The watch was at least fun, but it was kind of pointless, but it was fun. But iPad 1 it could not do anything. Did I ever go into the physical Microsoft stores? No, I'm sorry. There in our mall down here in California, we have an Apple store, and then right upstairs there was a Microsoft store, and one was full and one was empty, and it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun, like seeing that, and then they eventually just closed that Microsoft store. It was not a great scene. When you went to the Apple store, it's everybody. All walks of life. You have people my age. You have teens, kids, old. I mean, you saw old ass people in there. You could sit in a class like, how do I use my phone? How do I do this? How do I do that? They're in there too. 80-year-old people are in there. You saw everybody. You look at the Microsoft store. It's kids like they got left at the mall looking at Xbox stuff, like Minecraft stuff. That's what it was. I never saw like the same span of people. It was kids going run like unsupervised, trying to find Call of Duty or whatever. And the last time I went in, they were doing Minecon. We did Minecon, like a decade ago, when it was a physical event. But then they stopped doing that, and it was like, well, your kids can come to the Microsoft store, and we'll have a live event in there where we play this thing and watch a presentation, and then there's stuff for them to do. I happened to be at the mall that day when they were doing that, and I was like, wait, does that sign say Minecon? And I walked in, and sure enough, they were doing that. And I posted a picture, like, this is what Minecon is now, huh? Like, I remember doing this in Vegas. And now it's here. And what are the odds that I thought we were done with Minecon, and yet I coincidentally ended up here when it happened, and I'm in the store right now, and they're doing the presentation. Like, what are the odds? And I posted that, and Microsoft retweeted it. It was me going, yo, what the WTF is this? And they're retweeting it. It's so weird. It is kind of funny. I feel like out of all the big companies, like you're talking about the biggest publisher, I'm talking Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. I would say we've kind of been hardest on Microsoft, and yet they were always good to us. They hired us a couple of times. They shared that stuff. Like we've had we've gotten some love from them multiple times. And it's funny because like PlayStation, we know a lot of people who work there. We see them in person a lot of times. We say hi to them, but we never worked with them. They never reached out or anything like that. And Nintendo we worked with multiple times, but Sony we never really did any. That's like one of the only companies we never did anything officially with that I can think of. I can't think of it. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the HoloLens thing. Oh my gosh, Microsoft gave us the HoloLens. I didn't even think about that. We did the HoloLens stuff. We did when they did their Halo Fest event. We made a video for that. I know there's something else too. I know we did some stuff for D4 for the Kinect, but I don't know how involved Microsoft was with that. Wearing the Vision Pro, how many times have you got? Is it fun? I haven't really worn it out that much. I was surprised at the Korean barbecue thing. People were just kind of like lot of a lot of just people just like that's weird. Anyway, I think people are just so into the meat. Disneyland staff are not allowing Vision Pros in the parks. Is that true? Oh no, I was gonna do something. I was gonna do something. Have I worn the Vision Pro naked? No, this weekend though. No, not this weekend. The next weekend. I have all kinds of stuff planned. It'll be great. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. The peak of his career, in my opinion, was when he performed at the Microsoft Store. Okay. I've got to tweet what I'm doing because I have a plan here. He stomped the shit out of those laptops. Yeah, he did. I think he said, this is not me saying it. I'm quoting him. I think he said, Mitch, fuck these. I think he said, suck my dick. Fuck these computers and shit. MGK is in this bitch. I think that's what he said. And then he started rapping and they cut the power. I thought that was good. Okay, I am tweeting out what's happening because this is important, what I'm about to do. Fuck these computers and shit. I think that's a great thing to say at a gig in a computer store. Okay. Today on Twitter, many Okay. I'm getting the tweet ready because we're gonna tweets you weren't supposed to see live. Okay. Did I play any more of the Avatar video game? No. I didn't play like any video games over Christmas break. I planned to, and then I was out of town and then sick. Oh, great. Chilling Witch says, I've been getting my girlfriend into Creepy Old Crypt. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. All right, I've tweeted it. Okay, let's just get to it. Jason mentioned in the chat earlier, talking about more first gen Apple product stuff. The AirPods Max. Yeah, that was a that was a no go for me. First of all, I should say expose my bias. I don't really like over ear headphones. I don't know what it is. I'm not a hat guy either. Actually, a comfy beanie I'm okay with, because a beanie, it's like, if it's comfy enough, I don't think about it being on my head and it keeps me warm. But I don't like shit. I don't want shit over. I've got a big ass head. I don't like it constrained. Everything is tight on me, and it's like that. It's like, get the fuck off my head. I would rather have in ear, like the AirPods Pro or whatever. That's just always my preference. But some over ear headphones are like the way. Like, if you really want to monitor this, that's the way to do it. So I understand that. But AirPods Max being $550 and they don't have lossless, like, why can't that be the thing that makes it better than the in ear AirPods? Like, they're big as hell. Give them the chip that can do lossless. It does not make sense to me. I don't really understand what happened there. But the materials are nice. I do like the way that they're made. Metal that glides out in a way that you don't really see in a lot of stuff, but the sound is great for movie. I'm sure like the drivers and shit or whatever you call it are real big. But dude, how messed up is this? The newest AirPod Pros, the newest ones, like, they just updated them. Like, they've had the AirPod Pros version 2 for, like, it's been months and months now. But they re-released them with USB-C as a USB-C case. And it's like, oh, okay, no hardware change, just the case is USB-C now. That's all. And then it came out, no, that's not all. Secretly, they added lossless audio support just for the Apple Vision Pro. That's it. It doesn't have lossless support for the phone, anything else. It can listen to things in lossless quality streaming from the Apple Vision Pro. So I had to get another pair of fucking AirPods. I had to, get rid of these, sell that one, sell this one's all greased up anyway. But I now have lossless audio, but only on my AirPod Pro 2, whatever. I don't know how you pluralize them. No. This was I got these a long time ago. This was not. So This was not. I needed new AirPods anyway. It was all good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hit record, and then we're going to get to what this is all about. Here we go. Hello, everyone. This is FutureProbe, Rocco's weekly... Rocco, that's me, by the way. Weekly stream every Thursday night, 7 p.m. sharp, and I never miss a week. What I'm here to tell you about tonight, you may not know. I may be breaking some news to you that is upsetting or alarming, but it's in the public good that I inform you so that you may take action. Now, what is this news? This is nothing political, no Biden stuff, no border stuff, no, everything. Everything you've seen in the news. You're not going to see this. The mainstream media may not tell you what I'm about to tell you. Dude, what? Sorry, I gotta turn this shit off. Wait, hold on. I gotta. When I try to record, Johnny. When I try to record this shit, it fucks the computer up. That's what I've been saying. Cranking to overdrive. I hit record on this thing. This thing never kicks fans on. But when I hit record, it starts going. It starts sounding like a fucking pod race. Oh. So that's why. So I'm not going to do it. So we'll export it tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I'm just explaining to the people watching and to you why, this may not be the best quality recording, but what matters is the message. What matters is the message that I'm relaying to the people. All right. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So now I'm going to let people know what this stream is all about. Okay?
I'm gonna leave.
That's okay. You do. Well, okay, take care. They knew it was you. They knew you were there. As of at least today, and maybe previous, tons of private tweets are now public. The genius management at Twitter, I'm now known as X, made a bunch of made a bunch of tweets in circles. You know about circles? Now you can tweet to only certain people. A bunch of them are public. Not joking. Tested it out earlier. Not all of them, but some of them were like perfect. They're just normal tweets now. I'm really not joking. I know Elon he's such a genius that it's hard to believe this could happen. He's run the platform so well. X, I call it X. But what you used to be able to do on Twitter is make tweets that were only to certain people. That's your circle. Like, okay, I have 15 people. I'm only going to tweet to this 15 people. And those were tweets in your circle. Elon, for no reason, came in and said, "Oh, we're gonna disable circles." Makes no sense. Communities is better. The communities feature on Twitter or X is not in any way serving the same purpose as circles. That is one of the most brain dead statements to make, especially if you're the head of the company that has the service that owns it. Anyway. That's okay though. He's such a genius. I'm willing to forgive it. Anyway, so that shit is broken, and a bunch of your tweets in circles are public now. Again, not for everybody, and not all of them. Some of them. So, I realized I was at risk of some of these getting out. I have deleted don't get any ideas because I deleted all of them. But I don't know what was seen or what wasn't seen. I don't know. So, what I'm going to tweet now, or not, I'm not going to tweet this. What am I talking about? I'm not tweeting anything. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to read all of my private circle tweets. Let's get in front of it. I'm going to read them all to the camera right now. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to get your hopes up either. I think that a lot of these that I posted, I kind of had the mindset of like, okay, if this leaks out, how bad would it be? I didn't. Now I will say there are exceptions. There were 20-ish photos of my penis. 18 pictures, 2 videos. The pictures were all panoramic, so they were breaking the tweets anyway. It wasn't that, because you had to use a panoramic. I mean, there's kind of no way around it. And then the video, it was basically, you're not missing out on anything. If you've seen the Drake video, it's almost the same. It's just like this I mean, it was almost the same exact video. I mean, in every way. Were they immersive photos? Yeah, for sure. It was just like, I mean, yeah. So I did get rid of those. I'm not gonna put that on there. I just feel like, it's gonna make the chat feel bad. It's not a good time. Anyway, outside of that, no, I just tweeted stuff that it was just more like complaining about stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Some of the private things that I've ever posted or accounts that I don't really have any private accounts, but sometimes you post things to close friends or a private group, whatever. 99.9% of them, when I post them, they are complaining about other people. Just not anything like super deep. Just like dumb comments on a video. Oh, someone keeps leaving the same comment about my hair or my they don't like my glasses or something, and I will post like, dumbass is leaving the glasses comment again. Like that'll be in a private thing, or it'll be we post a video and someone writes, what's the point of this video? I'll put that in close friends, just like, what do you think's the fucking point of this video, dummy? Whatever, just to like make my friends laugh. You know what I mean? That's not a real one, but you know what I'm saying. So some of them are those. Some of them are more direct, but I'm gonna be blunt with you on this. So I'm gonna read them all. I'm gonna read them all to you. And then I'll also explain why I kept them private, because some of them, it's like, why was that private? Okay, so the first one was, and some of these, I'm warning you, are gonna make me sound whiny, for sure. That's what these things are for. You have a long day and you whine about shit. That's what it was. That's why it's not public. But I'm letting you know, I'm gonna sound whiny, and you might not like me after this stream. Okay, this one is from last year. I don't know if I should say like when they're from. It doesn't matter. I am so tired of hearing about boxing or UFC or fighting or this influencer should that fight that influencer. Holy shit, the most boring conversation possible. So that was a private circle tweet. Now, the reason why I put that private is I didn't want our friends at the Creator Clash thinking it was about them. Because it wasn't. Creator Clash was one of my favorite things we did last year, and I think an official event where that's organized is a lot of fun. I was there, I had the time of my life. But that's why I kept it private. It's like, I don't want people to think that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, there are a lot of people I follow on Twitter that is all they talk like. It's like, so Ethan should fight Scott the Waz. Hey, just saw the new Dax Flame video. Dude, he should totally fight Total Biscuit. Just I don't want to get into it. Or it's just like, you have no other comments than who should fight who. You know what I mean? When it's just like, use this base conversation. I'm just like, all right, move on from that. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, same as people arguing over fictional characters fighting. I wonder if Goku could beat Danny Phantom. I don't care. I don't care. So that's what I was talking about. But I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want the Creator Clash people thinking that was about them, because Creator Clash was awesome. Okay. This one is going to sound whiny. Not to sound like a dick, but I've had, this is a couple Halloweens ago, I think. Not to sound like a dick, but I've had 20,000 people message me about that McDonald's trick-or-treat bucket. And I don't know why. Did I say something about them at some point? Because I honestly don't know why so many people are contacting me about this. LMAO. I was getting DMs all day and night about the buckets at McDonald's, and I actually didn't know. I actually didn't know why. I mean, I woke up and I thought there was like a terrorist attack or so. I had so many DMs about, like, I thought something bad had happened, and then it was they're gonna have the fucking buckets. I was like, whoa. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Extremely niche complaint. And this is me whining. I had a long day, and I was just whining. This is whining. These aren't like, fuck these people who sent me the thing. I'm actually very honored that people thought of me during that, but I actually, and I say in the tweet, not to sound like a dick, but like I appreciated that people thought of me, but I didn't know. I was like, did I clue people in that I would want this? Now, that being said, joke's on me, because I everyone's tips helped me out, and I did get them. So thank you very much. Okay. But I was like, I was genuinely trying to think, did I ever tell a story about this? I'm not sure. Okay. Thank you, JJ the Stingray. Thanks for your sub. Yeah, did I clue people in that I would want this as I sit in a room full of stuff? Exactly. It was whiny, stupid tweet. I'm acknowledging this. Okay. This next one calls out a certain personality. I don't know if I can read that. No, it's nobody here. I never tweeted privately about anybody here or that I like knew personally or whatever. I'm trying to think of if there's a way to deliver this. It wasn't meant to be mean, but it was just awkward. I didn't want it to be public. I don't know if I can read that. I'll come back to it. I'll see if there's a way. Say it in Na'vi. It's actually about Avatar. I'm not joking, Shrubu. It's about Avatar. I gotta go back to that. I gotta think about it. Okay. This one was about Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy Twitter. There were just, okay, I'll just say about the last tweet. I'll say this and I'll move on. There were multiple there are people who tweet a lot of Avatar stuff. Again, I'm not trying to make fun of it was just a funny thing. But there's a lot of people who tweet Avatar stuff ironically, you know. Like, I think it's ironic. I don't know. I do it, there's like a certain level I do it that I am being legit, but there's a level that I'm being ironic. And then, but I saw multiple people tweet that when Avatar 2 came out, that they didn't know it came out. And I was like, where are you guys at? Like, I'm here opening day in an Avatar outfit, and these guys are tweeting, what? Where? What? When did that come out? I'm like, but I don't want to like mention any specific people, because then people like go running towards people, and, just whatever. Best Avatar tweet was the one from the official Avatar account explaining the definition of the word titstu. Yeah, they deleted that, didn't they? Okay, next one is Final Fantasy Twitter. They posted a scene from, I think it was the show Mythic Quest. It was on Apple TV, and they a father and daughter are bonding over Final Fantasy IX. And I tweeted, I quote tweeted it with, it's so funny because this game had legit the opposite effect in my family. We all gathered around each Final Fantasy game, and it was family story time. And 8 and 9 were the ones where my parents were like, yeah, maybe we don't need to play these together anymore. LOL. In case you think I'm joking, these are the tweets. I screenshotted all of them, and Anyway. Yeah, Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, they have this bonding scene in this TV show, and for so many people, it's like, oh, this rekindled my love for RPGs, this did whatever. And like I said, my whole family, every Final Fantasy game, we would act like, I mean, we were just playing them all together. We'd have dinner, and then we'd huddle in the living room, and we would watch our mom play, and yeah, and even 7 was kind of the last of that. It was kind of like, oh, man, should I play this on my own? Maybe. And then yeah, 8 and 9, my family was like, I think we're done with these. So that's why I was just sharing that. It's just funny. Like a family that bonded over Final Fantasy could not bond over 9. I know it's not the same way for everybody. Maybe if that was our first one, it would have been different. You know what I mean? So that's all. I wasn't trying to say anything anti FF9, but again, I tweeted privately because I just didn't want to explain that. I just want to tell my 10 friends that and move on. Okay, this one's mean. Mean one, because certain people are going to see that. This one's general. This one's it's not directed at any one person, but it's a mean one. Everyone I know who has gone to Japan this year posts the same fucking pictures in the museum room full of weird lights or whatever. Oops. There was a point when Japanese travel opened back up that everyone I knew went, and it was like, are you fucking kidding? I want to go. Why can I not go? I don't have time to go, but thanks for the invite. Anyway, no, but I knew a lot of people that went, and they all posted the picture in that museum where, oh, the lights are hanging around. I'm in a sea of lights. I'm whatever. Yup. Saw it. I saw it. All the lights everywhere. I could see myself up there or down there. Yeah! Saw it! And I guarantee you if I go there, I'm going to post the exact same thing. But I'm just saying, I really wanted to go to Japan. And every day I was waking up to those pictures. That's all. Okay, this one I have to be careful with too. There's a game that was coming out, and we have friends that worked on it. I didn't know this at the time. We have friends that have worked on it and have worked hard, and I don't want to dump on their work. So I'm not going to say what it's about. But the tweet was an announcement that a game had been severely delayed. And I tweeted, no, please just release it already so I never have to see it again. I didn't know our friends were working on that. But I really wanted it to go away. And then I found out I was going to have to hear about it longer. I'm not going to say what it was. Could have been anything. Okay. What is this? I don't know. Oh, I have like two of the same thing. Okay. Okay, we got another mean one. But it's not, again, it's generally mean. I have to think of how to, I think of how to navigate these. The pandemic made me weirdly repulsed by certain theme park vloggers. I think because during closures, they were still furiously traveling with urgent need for content. And seeing them melt down was cracking me up. I felt like over the pandemic, there were certain channels that were like, no, I need to get in a theme park. I need to get it. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't not get into a theme park. And they were throwing fits until they could. And it was like violent urge for new content, need content now. There were a ton of channels that I really liked, but there were some that were like, oh my god, cool it. And so when like Disneyland opened back up, there were a bunch of them that got in and then were like melting down about it. Like, I'm back and this ride doesn't work and I was supposed to go on it. And then like the new Mickey Mouse ride opened up not long after. It was like, I couldn't get a time to get on it. I mean, it was just like, yo, chill, it's okay. So, you know what I mean? It was just like too much. But yeah, the pandemic, I saw like the worst in some people, I feel like. You know, there's some theme park vloggers I know and I know personally and really like, and they're good people. And then there were some that were just, going ape shit, during that time. And it was just not a good scene. Okay, yeah, I have, somebody's bringing up some figure stuff. I have something to say about that in a minute. This is another one I can't say who, I have to censor this one. I just don't want people to come after them. Blank, this is a specific influencer. Blank tattoos look like he fought a box of Sharpies and lost. I just can't say who that was. I'm really sorry. Okay, here's one I don't have to censor. Someone posted a blah, blah, blah. Someone posted a news story about, let's see, Nicolas Cage showing up at, where was this? Was this E3? No, I don't think they were still doing E3. Comic-Con? It was just a paragraph about, oh, thank you, Guy, for your sub. It was just a paragraph about how Nicolas Cage is just the best for showing up at gaming events. Just killing it. Nothing against the tweet. The tweet was perfectly fine, but I was just tired of Nicolas Cage. So I just put, I think I'm done with video games. That's not a very controversial one. I was just tired of, I'm tired of Nicolas Cage. I don't need to see him anymore. Seems like a good guy. He doesn't pick the stuff that I want to see. A certain company I'm sorry, I didn't think I was going to have to be vague with so many of these. But a certain company did a video game presentation thing, and I just quote tweeted it with "please stop." It was just I didn't like the presentation. That's it. It wasn't anything against anybody. Okay, there was a tweet that was a guy with a morpher, showing off one of the new morphers that just came out, and he's going like that. I think this was a face reveal of an account, and he's morphing, and it's a guy with gray hair and glasses, and I put no offense to this dude, but I thought this was Dr. Fauci, so I thought Dr. Fauci was morphing. That, you know, happens, mistake, that happens. Okay, there's apparently a famous film artist replying to me on Twitter with the worst movie takes, and I'm just replying nah to all of them. Ha 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 ha. I don't remember who that was. They just kept telling me all my favorite movies were bad or something, so I just was saying nah. Okay, here's one that I was making fun of comments. Here's one I was making fun of the comments. Comment. Love the Mega 64 boys, but why don't they do more videos? Are they lazy? Where are the vids? We release a video. Why did they make this? Does anyone know? Is there a reference I'm missing? This is cringe. Love the boys, but why make this? We kept getting comments where we were posting a new video and people will go, I'm missing something. What is the reference here? I'm missing something. Why did they make this? What? And it's like, well, we were just having fun. Sometimes we do get those. Sometimes we're parroting something, but sometimes we're not. And but we'll get comments that are like, if we're not, then people are like, no. You're parodying something. You're parodying something. I want to know, but what is it? I don't understand. Why make this? And it's like, because you said you wanted fun videos. Why? You said you wanted. So that was just me blowing off steam. I think we posted some video that I liked, and I didn't want to, read that kind of comment. I'm like, what is this? So I'm just blowing off steam. Again, none of these are like anger. It's just blowing off steam. This is another tweet that is about the same delayed game, where I'm just like, oh my god, another year for this thing to come out, and gibberish. Blah, blah, blah. This one is just sad. It's just a thing. Again, I this is the kind of thing I just didn't want other people to be able to comment on this, I think. The juxtaposition this weekend of seeing Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, etc. living their best life in the WrestleMania skybox against the TMZ footage of Bam Margera arrested for intoxication and screaming at his wife and kid is just too sad to take. That was just something sad. And I tweeted it privately. I think I have some people maybe in that circle that follow me. And I just didn't want to bring that up. I just felt bad. Okay. Bam Margera discussion is the boxing tweet for me. Oh, you tired of hearing about it or something? Are you guys enjoying this? Is this just like, what's the point of this? Like, no, I don't have that many more, but I just figured let's be real. Let's get, dose of reality. Okay. This one is, I quote tweeted Lights Camera Jackson's tweet where he reviewed The Prestige. Just watched The Prestige for the first time. As a fan of Magic and Hugh Jackman, don't know why I waited this long. Was into it for a while. Clever, good dialogue and ideas. And then the movie veers into what I call double trouble. It gets so gimmicky. Not a stellar Nolan picture. And I retweeted that with ha 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 ha. Okay. This one, I quote tweeted someone. I don't know this person. This was not any kind of tweet about them. This is someone I don't know. It just showed up on, one of my timelines or whatever. And it said, Kelsey Grammer, this is their tweet, not mine. Kelsey Grammer walks up to the whiteboard, writes down Frasier, looks at the execs, nods, adds an S to the end, looks back at them, nods, draws a line through the S to make a dollar sign. And I quote tweeted that with, I see someone make this joke on Twitter like 7 times a day. Now, nothing against them, and not specifically the Frasier joke, but I feel like 100 times a day I see people make that joke about James Cameron selling aliens to the studio. That's famously how he pitched it. He wrote alien on the board and then wrote an S, and then put dollar sign. That's, I just see people make that joke. Oh, they do it with, we're gonna they're gonna make a sequel to I don't know, what's a sequel with one word? Seabiscuit. Oh, but then he walked up to the board and added an S. with a $sign, sea biscuits. You know, like I just see that joke 7 times a day. But I made it private because I didn't want this person to think I was talking about them. You know. Ooh, okay. This is a tough one. Again, I'm scared these are making me sound like whiny. You know what I mean? Like they're making me sound like I'm a whiny asshole. Okay, whatever. Let's read it. I don't know what it is about this Comic-Con. The same 5 people keep coming to the booth to talk to me again, and I don't have anything else to talk about. I was at a point where, we all kind of trade off running the booth at Comic-Con, but there were a few people that kept returning like regularly, and it was like I don't have anything else to talk. You know, it was kind of, it had run its course. Like, you know, you talk to somebody, it runs its course. Then they leave, and then they would come right back. Yeah, so what's been going on? Nothing. You were here. We talked about everything like an hour ago. You were only gone an hour. I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing. I don't want this to make me sound ungrateful, but I was actually like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't want to be a dick either and stand there in silence. Like, I don't want to be rude to someone. But I also like, I'm stuck in one spot, and I don't mind talking to somebody more than once. I don't want it to sound like that, but it was like all day long. There were a couple people that just kept kind of every hour coming by, and it was like, I don't have any, I don't know what else to say. And then I feel like a dick. You know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense. I was scared to read that one because I don't want it to sound like oh God, I got to talk to people again. You know, I don't ever feel that way. I really like going to events like that because I like to talk to people. But some people, I think because they know I'm there, they think they can keep using that time to get more out of me, and then it's like, but I've given everything. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. Okay. This is another Lights Camera Jackson tweet. I quote tweeted, another series finale night. Time to check out the end of another show I've never watched before, The Blacklist. And I think I just had question marks. That was no hate on that's not I agree. Lights Camera Jackson is a Twitter icon. I was more confused. But again, I tweeted that because I didn't want people, dogging on him. I thought that was funny more than anything. But I just didn't want, like, oh, a bunch of people reply to that, Let's see. I once grilled you about why you buy the iPhone every year at a con, and you were in the middle of a bit, so I felt bad. I don't remember. I don't have any memory of that. Let's see. NPC. Anyway, yeah, I think that's just about it. Let me see. Seeing if I have any other ones left over. I think that's just about everything. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Avatar tweet. No, I really just was quote tweeting people who talk about Avatar, and then like there were multiple people that all just put you know, didn't know Avatar 2 came out. Did anyone know it came out? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. It's Avatar. You tweet about Avatar. I know like 3 different people that do that. And again, it must be an ironic thing, but they didn't know it came out. But I'm like, well, I can be ironic and know it came out. So that's pretty much all I tweeted. I could do both. Are you tired of Disney Twitter at this point? It's become parody almost. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I know plenty of people who are fun to talk to about, things I'm passionate about, but I mean, any fan dedicated Twitter goes too far. You know what was funny about, what I will say is Zero Nautic, thanks for your sub. What's interesting to me is like I follow a lot of theme park people on Twitter just because I like the Disney parks and things like that. So that's just the thing I'm a fan of. So obviously going to tweet a lot, follow a lot of accounts about that. And so yeah, you're exactly. Guy nailed it. Your mute game has to be on point. Now, Guy is one of the first people I ever followed in the theme park sphere on Twitter. Guy, I want to say it was way back. God, what year? 2012? Well, the reason why I'm wondering and why I think it might be then is I remember specifically getting on Twitter to search because at Disneyland they started selling these tiki room statues, like statues of the tiki idols, the tiki gods outside of in the enchanted garden outside. What's the name of that garden, Guy? I know you know this, and I know I do too, but Enchanted Tiki Room isn't there a name for the garden outside? Garden of... Oh, this is killing me. Now those tiki statues are worth bank. See, Guy? See? You hooked me up. But anyway, I specifically remember, Guy, that I searched Twitter and you were the one talking about them, and I tweeted at you like, I'm looking for the what was it? It's just Enchanted Tiki Garden. Okay, that's fair. I knew it was something though. But who was the god of fire? Pele, right? That was the one statue I didn't have. I already got Uti or whatever his name was, but Pele I didn't have, and you tweeted that they had them. And I remember tweeting at you like, "Yo, do they still have these?" And you had an avatar. This is my memory remembers stupid stuff like this. You had an avatar. It was like you with like a Club 33 menu or something, right? Am I remembering correct? I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry, but and you were like, they had a bunch of them, and it was at this point it was like 10 p.m. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that Pele statue was sick, right? I checked the park like every week for that. Never saw it. You told me they had it, and it was 10 p.m. on a weeknight. I live an hour and a half away from Disneyland. I got in my car. I was like, I trust this guy. Everything he seems to be. This doesn't look like a psycho fan. Looks like he knows his stuff. I got in my car and drove the hour and a half. 11:30. Raced through security, got through the gates, and got that Pele statue. It was like 11:58. Got the statue. Sat on Main Street. I think I got some ice cream, hung out on Main Street for a little bit, and then went home. But, it was the drive, that sucked. But I felt like, how many weeks have I gone to look for this thing? As much as it sucks to drive up there and just drive back, it's going to take less time. It's opportunity cost. It's like, I'd rather be done with it, right? I could be done tonight. And yeah, sure enough, when I got there, there were only like a couple left. So I went, I had to go. I got it, and now it's worth a fortune. Thank you, Guy, for doing that. Now, Guy, I'm going to say something controversial, and you tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about anything. This is what I'm this is where, so I follow a lot of Disney park people that I really like and that I care about, that I'm actually invested in. I've muted the sketchy ones, but the ones that I follow, they're good people, and I think we're like-minded. I'm looking at them like, yeah, you're into the same stuff as me. You're good, we're thinking on the same page. Something happened in the last year or two where I realized maybe we're not on the same page. Maybe I don't understand these people. I have always loved theme park stuff, Disney theme park stuff, Disney theme park history, all of that. But in the last year, I saw all these people meet Figment in like waited 2 hours today and met Figment at Epcot. And there are people who I've been following for years that were like, oh my God, I cried. I didn't know what to do. I wept. Now, I'm not yucking their yum. I'm not dissing what they're into, even a little bit. I don't think I have. To me, I hate that. I hate when something makes someone feel really good. And, oh, that's stupid. Oh, that I'm not doing that. But I've never met a character and felt any. I would never wait to meet a character. I don't get the characters. Now, if I'm at like an event that they're doing, and they brought out the Country Bear costume, yeah, I'm getting a picture with them. If they're right there, hell yeah. If like I'm at Knott's and the Coyote dude is out, or the Boysenberry Bears are just hanging out, yeah, let's do a picture. Like a funny photo opportunity, I will take. There's no one waiting to see Chewbacca. Yeah, I'll take a picture. But I mean, that's like a funny moment that happened. I would never wait hours to meet a character and then like have an emotional thing. That I've just never. Even as a kid, I didn't care about meeting the characters. I never did. And again, I'm not bashing it. If it's not hurting anyone, I'm in full support. I feel like well, there are some people I've seen online that like wait to meet the princesses, and that's a little, some of that looks a little unsavory, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not judging anybody, but the costume characters, I was like, I don't understand this. I would never do this. I don't my interest is in the parks, the history, the art of like making a ride, but I'm not into I'm really not into, someone's making a joke about it, but I'm really not into the characters as it stands, as it's like I love like Mickey Runaway Railway, the Mickey ride. I love that ride. That ride rules. I don't want Mickey stuff. I don't need Mickey stuff. I've never been a mascot guy or I just never, I don't know. I'm not into that. I just never been my thing. So anyway, that is one thing where I felt like, oh man, all my homies on theme park Twitter that I follow, they're all going nuts. They're all weeping over this Figment meet and greet, and I'm just like, I love Epcot, but I don't understand this. Why are they excited about that? I don't. So that's where I think I may have disconnected. And I just think, yeah, and you're right. In Florida, the theme parks really are like part of the atmosphere, completely. Here in Southern California, we have a million things that could be the atmosphere. You know what I mean? But I feel like Florida, that's kind of the main thing. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I mean, that's actually very putting Florida down a little bit, but it's definitely a bigger part of the surrounding culture in Orlando, I should say. If you're there. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that's fair to say. I hope that's not insulting. When Jared and I went to Epcot before Star Cruiser, we got off the Figment ride to see a packed house of mostly grown adults to meet the stupid dragon. I will say, I will say I'm not that big of a Figment guy. Like I would love to go on the original Journey into Imagination, but again, my interest is more in like how how does this space exist? How did they make this work? That's what tweaks my imagination. It's kind of not like, oh, I just love this character. I really love Mr. Toad. He's such a great character. No, I don't really care about that. But the ride, it's like the way they executed it and how it's like, this is wonderful. How did they do this? You know, that's more of my interest. Does that make sense, or am I sounding crazy? Are you going to stay up for the Zelda concert 7 hours from now? Oh no, that's happening? Oh man, I'm going to miss it. I could see why the people who never went on Original Imagination wouldn't be into Figment. He's an ass on the current version. Yeah, and that's definitely part of it. But, Guy, like I said, I just have never been into cartoon mascots or cartoon characters, like, at all, like, in that sense. I just never have. What fascinated me about, like, those older rides at, like, especially Epcot is the WED style, like, the human animatronics, like, shit like Spaceship Earth was just like, oh my god, inject that into my veins, you know? I was never into cartoon characters like that. I just wasn't. At least when it came to theme parks, I just never was into that. But the new version of Figment definitely doesn't help that. Yeah. Zelda concert's not for another 30 hours? How long do I have to stay up for this shit? Yeah. Big Al, Sunny Eclipse, dude. That's like my favorite. That is like my favorite thing. It I would say that's my biggest guilty theme park pleasure is I'm always like the high and mighty douchebag when it comes. I'm at Disneyland. I'm not gonna have any of these touristy burgers. I'm not gonna waste my time with this little kitty thing here. I'm gonna, savor this as an adult. I'm gonna do this and be a true, whatever, and stuff with a flair of maturity. And then I go to Magic Kingdom and I'm like, I want cheeseburger. I want to watch Sunny Eclipse play songs. I just go in there and I'm like, it's like I'm in another decade. And it really, it's so dumb. That is one of the few things they always talk about. You feel like a kid again. Oh, you feel like a kid. I've always like denied that. I'm like, I don't want to feel like a kid again. I'm fine now. When I go to the Disney parks, I'm like, I'm savoring it as I am now. I don't feel like a kid again. I have memories of the parks, but no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then it's weird. I never went to Magic Kingdom. I never went to Disney World as a kid, but sitting in Cosmic Rays and just eating a stupid ass cheeseburger and watching that animatronic play a song, it actually does make me feel like I'm in the 90s. Like I'm a kid in the 90s. I'm like, what? And I had that feeling my first time going to Epcot too. Like Epcot, Spaceship Earth, seeing the Gateway gift sign, it was like I had this feeling like I had been there before. Like in another life I was there or something. It was weird. It was very weird. Those are the only times I've had that feeling, but I love it all. I love it all. Sunny Eclipse and his cousin Officer Zizek's rule. His cousin Officer Zizek's, that is a similar for those who don't know, they have a duplicate animatronic. Well, not totally duplicate, but similar animatronic as the same as Sunny Eclipse in Tokyo Disneyland when you get out of Star Tours in Tokyo Disneyland. Hey, Guy, I have a question for you. Do you know? I know they got rid of Officer Isaacs, right? That animatronic is not there. Is there still that wall that shows the Horizons movies, the Horizons endings that they act like it's other planets in the Outer Rim or whatever? Is that still there? I know Zizix is gone, but is that still there? They weren't the same part, right? Like he was in his own thing, and then that was just on a wall. Am I crazy? Ryan is saying, dude, Jared and I did the same thing before Tron. We ate a burger and watched Sunny Eclipse for like 20 minutes, and it was fun as hell. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it? There's something like pure about it. I don't know what it is. No, that wall with the Horizons movies are gone. The hitchhiking droids are still there. I don't want the hitchhiking droid. God, I like but Zyzix is gone, right? I like that. And I liked the wall with the endings of the dude. Okay, Ryan is trying to ask Guy if the fucking Beverly is refreshing. He's sick. Guy, you don't need to answer that. He says it's refreshing. He's sick. Doing a 13-person family trip to WDW this August. I really hope Country Bear... This is 15 minutes ago. Thank you, Thorn. I really hope Country Bear Jamboree reopens by then. Pray for us. I think it will. Isn't it supposed to open this summer? I keep asking Guy stuff, but I think it did. I think they said. Guy, thank you. Beverly's horrible. Ryan is fucked up. Jason, you don't want to try... Jason, carbonate your own sweat. There you go. Drink a cup. You're good. There's a worse drink in the Coke thing now. It's a soda that tastes like barbecue sauce. I think I tried that last time. It was horrible. But you know what, Jason, okay, Jason Cryer, he's our art. Listen, now I'm not going to talk shit, Jason. I'm not going to talk shit. But I'm telling Jason to not try it because it's disgusting. But I got to be real. Jason has some weird ass taste too. He's the one going around, oh, I'm only going to drink David Lynch's coffee because it tastes like the baby from Eraserhead or whatever. So I don't know. He might drink it and go like, oh, no, it's the perfect soda. It reminds me of Pantone 35C or something. I don't understand you artists. I don't understand. Maybe he'll love it. I don't know. Can't. I'm not going to, I don't think like that. I want a Coke. How about that? Or Zevia. Why don't we have a Zevia sponsorship? I don't get it. I truly don't get it. I remember, Jason, specifically the night, I'm just calling people out in the chat now. I remember, Jason, the night that they aired Twin Peaks: The Return, episode 8, the famous episode 8. I think it was like Jason gained power, like Goku going Ultra Instinct mode. Like, you've never seen people more blindsided, like hit by a bus. People might have even stopped watching the show, people whatever. But it was just that perfect thing where there was such artistic oomph behind it. And so many people felt like they had, so to speak, been nuked by it. That Jason was just thriving. I remember you were, I know you were thriving off that, weren't you? It was like, oh my God, the perfect thing that's ever aired. And the thing is, I agreed. I agree. I was like, what is... I think I was at Comic-Con or something. I was at some event and seeing his tweets about it or wherever he was posting. And I was just like, what is he talking about? Oh, great. Some artsy thing just aired on Showtime. What's a big deal? And I went home and watched it. And I remember I was like under the weather or something. Or maybe I had like NyQuil or something. I don't know what it was. But I watched that shit and it was like, fuck! You can do this? You can do anything! It was such a creative... It was like getting a creative, like... Ah! Like, I felt like the world was open again. And it was so funny. I think Kojima tweeted something similar. Like, later on, he tweeted, like, this gave me such life. This gave me, whatever. And it's like, damn, it really did that. It really did that. If you were, like, feeling like you can't do all kinds of stuff, then this kind of reminds you you can. You can do anything and make something out of it. So I'm not done with Return yet, but so far I do think I like the original better. I understand that. because the original is a classic TV show, but man, I am the total opposite. I never really loved the original Twin Peaks because of the soap opera shit. That vibe was such a turnoff for me, but it had great stuff despite that. So it was a classic show, but I just couldn't bond with it in the way that I think a lot of people could. And then I saw The Return and was like, "Oh fuck! Inject this into my veins, this unexplainable, what are we even doing? Why are we here? What are we even doing? Oh, this episode will have a point." No, it doesn't. What it to me, it broke every rule of television. It has to be this. Why? What do you mean why? Here's a thing for 8 minutes that never comes back. Okay. Oh, here. I mean, and the fact that it was 25 years after the fact from the show. Oh my God, was just like, oh my God, it was just absolutely wonderful. But again, I'm not trying to diss the old show or anything like that, but I'm just saying there were things that kept me from it being my favorite show. And then The Return felt like it was made for me. Is like, yo, hard shot of just the weird stuff, and you can laugh at it, but you can't deny it. Yeah, exactly. A main character dies, then comes back, then Nine Inch Nails plays, then you see the birth of evil. What else am I saying about that? Like, what else? To me, it was like seeing color for the first time. Ironically, the episode's black and white, but that was just so. Twin Peaks: The Return was like taking a long hot bath that made me feel better for the rest of my life. I don't know how to. I'm overdoing it, but I'm so. I was so refreshed by it and just enchanted by it. And yeah, I agree with Jason. The refusal to cave into fan expectations, like it just the fact that Cooper was nowhere kind of to be seen. He was, but he wasn't, Anyway, I don't want to say any more. People are still watching it. And I had never seen Firewalk with Me until after I finished the show, and then I went back and loved it. I loved it. I'm glad I saw it then. Ryan, his only complaint is that he wants Agent Cooper back and not this dumb version. Keep watching. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Firewalk with Me. I'm glad I saw it when I did, because I think if I had seen that on its own or a long time before, I may have been like, ah. But yeah. Firewalk with Me and The Missing Pieces. Oh, that was like, The Return was like having a delicious meal, and that was like a dessert I didn't even know I was going to get. And I thought it was incredible. I mean, it was rough, but a great watch. Yeah, I'm done reading my tweets. I pretty much read everything, and I'm sorry if that disappointed you, but I'm just kind of shooting the shit now. I can't stay terribly long. There's a lot to do, and I will have to do it. But I figured another minute is fine. We bought the Missing Pieces Blu-ray. Gonna watch it after The Return. Okay, that's awesome. Well, you got to watch. You already watched Firewalk with Me, or you did? I feel like The Missing Pieces is like kind of crucial. Like, there's stuff about like Philip Jeffries and stuff that were like, this was not in any way. I don't know. This was kind of weirdly done in the movie, but this I like how it's done in this a little more, But okay, but you did see Firewalk with Me. That's great. That's great. Okay. What do I think about Back to the Future 4 rumors? Please tell me that's fake. Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. Do you check Steam sales often for your Steam Deck? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. It's so cool. I mean, having never been involved in Steam, the last couple of years have been awesome. Um, Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. in Back to the Future 4. Yeah. No, I'm good. Still want to know your thoughts, your take on Sid Highwind being Bring Arts being de-smoked. Yeah. So that's what I want to bring up. Before the stream went live, you guys, I got figure fucked. So many figures I wanted came out of nowhere and showed up on all my favorite import sites at one time. I was about to go live and then I'm like, you guys. First off, 4 new Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts figures. Does that focus in? Is that coming in? They look like the fucking artwork. Are you joking? By the way, I always seem to find deals on these figures. They're really expensive. And I try to find deals. They got me. And what I mean is they defeated me. I could not find it. These are all, even at the cheapest I can find them overseas, $100 each. They're not that big. Oh, I don't have. I thought I had one of them over here, but they're not that big. And then, as if insult wasn't enough, here comes injury. At the same time those went up, a 5th one went up. And I'm like, what? There's a 5th guy? I don't recognize. Is this guy from FF7? Wait, why am I getting familiar vibes? High school vibes. AP, European history. I was playing this game when I was supposed to be doing homework. Bro. Are we doing fucking Bartholomew from Xenogears? We're talking Bar fucking Thala fucking Mew from Xeno fucking Gears? The deep cuts that they are zinging out is unbelievable. And honestly, it makes me wonder, like, what's going on with the game? Like, Xenogears playable on anything right now? Like, why do they keep... Because right before Christmas, they did, what's her name? And the little shit. The little creature. There's, like, Linda and Bip Bip or whatever. I forget what their names are. But, yeah, as was mentioned in the chat, they took Sid's cigarette away. I think that's lame. I don't understand what's going on with that. Because I feel like you have games like this, like, oh, no smoking. No smoking. And then you have Yakuza games like a Dragon where they make it look as cool as possible. The new Death Stranding, like, Fragile is smoking a cigarette in every Twitter video clip that's being posted. I don't understand. And then Sid can't have cigarettes? I don't get it. I don't understand that. I don't get it. These FF7 figures aren't from Remake. These are original FF7 designs. That's what makes no sense. Oh, was Mads Mikkelsen constantly smoking in the last Indiana Jones? I forgot. Because I felt like I had seen that go away in a lot of movies and TV recently. I just was reminded of that character because I looked behind me earlier and I was like, oh yeah, I have a figure of this guy and I've never opened it. Speaking of Yakuza, I'm 12 hours into Infinite Wealth and enjoying it, but the first 6 to 8 hours were pretty slow. Oh, really? Yeah, because I'm not going to name names, but some of the people who got it here were kind of telling me the same thing. They were like, oh, it's kind of taking me a long time to get going. I haven't even started it. I haven't had time. I've been here, been working on stuff here. Ryan's 55 hours into Infinite Wealth. This game kicks so much ass. Really? Okay, good to know. Oh, I'm definitely playing that. But here's the thing. Now we're days away from FF7 Turbo Revival or whatever it's called, Rebirth. I haven't played Intercourse or whatever. What is it? I haven't played Intergrade. So I don't even know what happens. I don't know anything about it. And now I kind of feel like I need to play that before FF7 comes out. I might end up playing FF7 first. Integrate. How long is Integrate? Persona 3? I don't have time for that! Best Buy fucked me and canceled my collector's edition. Ooh. I think I ordered mine from Amazon. Intergrades a few hours. Intermission DLC. Is everyone talking about the same thing? Intergrade, intermission? Amazon will fuck you too. Ooh. Yeah, I realized I should have done it for like in-store pickup at Best Buy. So I could just get it that day, but I didn't get. Intermission is the name of the DLC. Okay. Yeah. It's like 5 hours. Okay, I could do that. I'll do that. I think I'm going to play that real quick just to make sure I have it out of the way. And then I can move on to Yakuza. Right? I think something like that would be fine. Stream it? I don't know. I don't know if I want to stream that. I kind of want to experience that to myself. But I don't know. I wasn't going to play it either because I just don't. I never cared about Yuffie. Would you ever do a movie club with a movie chosen by viewers? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe after. Right now we're doing like Oscar season movies, but maybe after that, we'll open it to a vote. Are you getting Infinite Wealth on Steam Deck? No, I have it on PS5. I wonder if I should get it on Steam Deck. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe I would, I'd be able to play it while I'm here. But it's like, what do you guys think? Like, I think with a big game like that at this level, I want it on like the best console. You know what I mean? I want to play it like big at home in 4K. But if you guys think it's like not that big of a deal to do that, maybe I should get it on Steam Deck and play it here. You know what I mean? Play it on PS5. Yeah, I think the game is beefy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that. Better on a big screen. Yeah, there's certain games I just can't. I really value portability. I love being able to carry the games around. I almost value that the most of anything that you could do in a video game. Or with a video game. Like, I used to value... No, it's got to have the best graphics. 4K. It's got to be that. And now I'm like, oh shit, it's portable? Oh, it's on Switch? Oh, it's on Steam Deck? Yeah, maybe give me that version. So I can play it anywhere. That's more valuable to me at this point. But there's certain heavy hitter games I just got to play at home. Big screen TV. Blinds closed. Sound up. And that's just... like the new FF7 thing. The new Like a Dragon, stuff like that. I just feel like I gotta play it that way. I don't want to half-ass it and just like play it here while someone's yelling, Southland Tales. Austin, I've been debating picking that for a long time. Because it sounds... I don't know how it sounds. I feel like Sean would go crazy, and maybe I would too. So I'm definitely going to pick that at some point. People saying the dubs are good. The dub is good of Like a Dragon. I I've always thought the dubs that they do are great. I remember we got invited to the Sega headquarters when they told. I remember they told us there, hey, this next game, Judgment, is our first that we've actually English dubbed. Check it out, and they played it for us. It was really cool. They do a great job, but I don't know. It's set in Japan, or I guess this one isn't, but I just would rather. I want to hear Japanese voices. I just mentally am looking for that. But the dub actors are really good. They do it right. Um, Good to see you, Rocco. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Rotbot. That almost sounds like my name, Rockbot, if you shorten it. Any new merch for Olympic board games? Yes, stay tuned. There's one item that I think I can say this that Derek was trying to get together forever, and it just took a long time. And we wanted to do it. We could have offered this a long time ago, but we wanted to wait and do it where you didn't like last year we had a lot of things where people ordered and then didn't get them for like 4 months. We are trying to like kill that this year. You might have to wait a little bit. There'll be pre-orders, but like we're trying to minimize it where there's stuff that like, okay, yeah, it's a pre-order, but we got the ball rolling months ago so that you'll get in a couple weeks as opposed to, oh cool, 4 months later. Anyway, but it's really cool. This thing that Derek was working on is extremely cool. It's clothing, but it's like we've never kind of offered it before. And there'll be other stuff that isn't clothing too, but yeah, great stuff. Let's see. Dumb. Thank you, Double Breaker, for the comment. Dumb. Did the Black Friday shirts ship out yet? Depends on what you ordered, because most did. But if you pre-ordered some stuff, there were some pre-orders that are still, I guess, that are still being fulfilled, because like nothing moved over the holidays, so it took a little longer. But that should be shipping any day now. If you haven't got it yet, it might also be like tied up with something else that hasn't shipped or something. But most Black Friday stuff shipped, around the holidays. But like I said, few lingering things. What about the system hoodies? That should have shipped already, but that was another scenario. We took it somewhere that used to be printed by we have a couple companies that we go with, and one of the companies offered to print it, and we said, okay, cool. They offered to do it, but then they didn't know how to do it, and they weren't turning out right. So we stopped and and went to the printer that originally made them. I mean, I think when we first printed them, it was like 2008 or 9, like that long ago, and was like, "Yo, you knew how to do this. Can you do this?" And they were like, "Oh, hell yeah!" So they're doing that right now. Sorry. Give me just a second here. I lost the chat. Serenity? No, I've never seen that. Hyped for the Blu-ray box set. Speaking of that Blu-ray box set, I do have to say, what do I say here? How do I say this? There are things I found that I didn't think that we could include in this that I think we can. So I'm trying to get them in the box set before it ships. We're on a really tight timeline right now, but I think that's kind of, I'm like trying to assess from people, like, is it worth doing that if it means like maybe it shows up a little later? Not like, oh, it's delayed 3 months or anything like that, but like, is it worth it if it's like, oh, it might be a couple weeks, like a few weeks later, but there would be more in it? You know what I mean? I'm trying to like suss that out right now, and then maybe I'll make a tweet about it later. It's how many discs? It's 4 discs, but they are not only is it 4 discs, they are like dual layer. So it's way more than normally we would contain. You know what I mean? It's nearly, I think, I don't know if it goes over this number, but it's nearly 70 hours of stuff. But there's stuff on here that that we've never made publicly available. I don't know if it's going to be a mind blower or anything, but I'm not trying to get anybody's hopes up, but there's just little things that I'm like, that should be in this set. That should definitely be in here. Did you do a new commentary for the deleted version 1 episode? No, not for that. No, because that was just that's just a bonus feature, and we kind of said everything. There is a commentary on it, but it's an older one. We just did like the main episodes. We did commentary on the main episodes, the movie. We did do a new commentary on the version 1 remake episode. And then we did commentary on, there's a selection of skits that weren't on any other physical media, I think. There were some that were and some that weren't. But I wanted to have them all in this one box set. The video we did with like the Mario video that Miyamoto shows up in, the Beatles Rock Band video was never on any other physical media. We never did any commentary on that. Ones of that nature. They were, some of them were on Mega 64 time. That one wasn't on anything. There's just a few of those, and it's like, no. That should all be on this box set. The webisode Paco blog, that wasn't on. We listed the contents of the box set on our website when they went up for pre-order. And it was actually Garrett that brought it up. That was like, it feels weird that like we did one webisode with the characters from our half-hour show. We did like a short webisode about Dr. Pock having a blog. And I don't know if anyone really cared about that, but that had those characters, and so I think Garrett was like, that should be in here. Why is that on it, not in here? I'm like, I think it's on a Mega 64 time DVD, but yeah, it's those characters. Everything with them should be in this. And so, yeah, that'll be in there. That's more than what we said would be in there. There will be even more than that, I think. I don't know until the thing is shipped. We're coming down to the last minute on checking everything, on doing all that stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna put a poll out later that's like, hey, do you mind waiting a little bit longer if you get more? But like I don't think anyone would care. It's like, oh, I'm getting more for what I paid for already. I don't. But I also like know we have a history of like our physical media taking forever. But that should be all under control. It's really just maybe a slight. Maybe we bump it a little bit to include some of those things. So I want to see what everyone thinks about that. Who is this guy? Where's Gog Lord? Are you talking about my goggles? I'll put them on if you want, but I figured you could use at some point. You could maybe want to get away from those since I'm wearing them and everything. I am in my Gendo era, so I do plan to wear those permanently at a certain point. Why am I reading chat like a plebe? I could, right? I could just watch. Um. Let's see. Why would you say you didn't care for Across the Spider-Verse as much as Into the Spider-Verse? I thought Into the Spider-Verse was really fresh. It avoided all of the pitfalls that like every comic book movie with the multiverse and stuff does. It like handled it so fucking gracefully. It was such a great little standalone story. And then this new one, I just felt like hit all those things I was tired of with like, oh, there's a bad there. What if we're in the wrong? But there's a bad version of you, and there's you messed up the time continuum, and then there was like 10 chase scenes, and I just was very bored. And then it ended in the middle of a moment. You know, it just did that part 1, part 2 thing, and I was tired of it. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't care for it. The first hour though, I was like locked in. Like I was really locked in, and then I just got it. I'll just say above all else, it is too long. You got to cut this stuff down. I'm sorry. There's incredible artistic stuff done in it. Fantastic visual stuff, but man, I can't like do it. Same with the new I love Indiana Jones, but that new one was too long. It's like you can cut like 4 chases out of this and I'll be fine. Just could have cut that whole eel thing out and we would have been fine. Netflix shows. Would I ever guest star in the show RuPaul's Drag Race? I think your commentary would be amazing. Yes. Yeah. What? Yeah. Are you asking? Are you involved in the production? Yeah. Yeah. Invite me. I'll be on. Did I ever see MI7? I haven't seen any of the Mission Impossibles since like the first one. No, I saw the second one back in the day, and it was like I'm done with this shit. And but I guess they've all gotten better since then. But I haven't really. We watched one of them on tour, but I was kind of dozing off in and out of it. But what I saw seemed cool. I did my first 40x for Godzilla -1. I did not see it in 40x, but I saw the movie. It was good. Okay. All right, everybody. I rewatched Lost last year and heard about the doc from this year from you. So stoked. Yeah, they're doing a Lost documentary and they're getting everybody in it. And at this point, they've got almost everybody. And that's what sucks is like I think there's like pressure now to get Matthew Fox. Like I feel like that they never would have. You would have assumed they would never get him. And now there's so much they just showed Josh Holloway yesterday. Like they got him, they got Terry O'Quinn played Locke, they got almost everyone in it, but they don't have. I haven't seen them post. I don't think they've gotten Evangeline Lilly, and they haven't gotten Matthew Fox. I think the pressure's kind of on now. You know what I mean? Yo, Matthew, what are you doing? They even got Damon Lindelof. Like, they got that showrunner. They got everybody. Rocco, it's 8:52. Thank you. I'll go in just a second. Did I try the new Big Mac? 4 patties. Johnny, are you still there? I was going to see if you wanted to eat. Yeah. The new Big Mac has 4 patties? Well, they did it's the double one like we had in Canada. Well, what are we doing? Let's fuck up our diets completely. Like
started my diet.
Well, no better time to stop. If you're deep into it, then you know. Listen, I'm not going there. I'll be real. I'm not going there until they do the double fillet of fish. But they're not going to because there's this gag in the U.S. Oh, the fillet of fish is so stupid. Oh, okay, but if they do the double here, all that goes away. Sorry, John. I didn't mean to make you get up or anything. I was just playing around. I thought if you were there, I would yell something, but it's not. You know, I didn't mean to make you get up.
I have this painting. Can I show it off real quick?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like if you can make your way in here, it's a disaster of stuff.
I'm trying to get a Vision Pro, guys, so I will be auctioning off some art here. The starting price is $3,000, so...
Yeah. That's a steal, too.
It's a
like,
steal.
that's original.
Original.
This is not a print.
Original JW.
Yeah.
I'll sign it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just DM me.
Yeah, there you go.
$3,000.
Easy. Venmo, he does Venmo.
Yeah, I do Venmo.
Yeah, he does all that shit.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, common sense. Just do it. Get the painting. You know, 3K is lowballing. I agree with Torch. I agree. Jason saying he bids 3,500. Well, that's legally binding. It's in writing. So, yeah, you know my Apple Pay. Hit me up. Rocco, I know you're not into marijuana, but I gotta be honest. Much of what you love is awesome on edibles. Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear it. How's the porn in Vision Pro? Guys, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting involved in shady stuff. I'm waiting for some anime games to come out. And Rocco, what are your thoughts on Venture Brothers? Didn't really watch it. Never watched it. Okay. Do I like water slides? Well, yeah. What? I don't know. Are you going? Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up too. There's too much going on right now, so I'm gonna end it.
Do you want me to wait for you?
I mean, if you want to say goodnight, whatever. Just you don't have to get on. It's just whatever you want to say a message to wrap it up. So I'm ending this shit.
Good night.
Enough said.
God, it's so hard to walk in here.
Well, I'm sorry. I put some important packages there.
Yeah, it's real important.
You know what? I just caught Johnny almost walked out with this.
What'd you say?
I saw him reach for this.
Oh, shit.
He thought he was going to be slick. You sold the painting. Jason already bought it. Okay? He said I bid $3,500. Okay, it's in writing. It's in writing. Right? That's like we could legally get him.
Yeah.
On that. Yeah. Done. You got it.
Is it Jason?
Jason Cryer.
Oh, well, he'll be hearing from my lawyers later.
Yeah, I mean he could Apple Pay me now and then it's done, and then it's a done deal and we can avoid that. We'll never see the inside of a courtroom, or
just pay Apple and then I'll get the Vision Pro.
Just order if Jason wants to make it easy, just order him the Vision Pro, dude.
Yeah.
And send it to we'll hook you up with this info in a minute. Yeah. But Jason, he's got you covered. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. It was fun. I hope the tweets weren't too bad, but oh well if they are. All right. Have a good night everyone. Bye.